What's up, everyone? My name is Frank. Hope I'm having a great day today. For the long-time viewers, you will notice that this intro is a lot less fun and energetic. Today's video will probably be the most difficult video that I'll ever have to make. In today's video, I'll be sharing with you all how my identical twin daughters were born at 24 weeks. Before I get into that, I do want to say a big thank you to friends and family for supporting us. You may think that you're not doing enough, but you are. We appreciate the text messages, the phone calls, coming to see us, coming to spend time with us, coming to bring us food, coming to eat with us. We truly appreciate it, so thank you. There are, I would say, many people who are asking how we're doing, how I'm doing, if I'm okay. We've went through this traumatic experience and not really, maybe for some, not showing emotion. Just the way I am. I stay focused, I stay attentive, and I keep moving forward. That's just how I am. And it has raised some concerns for a lot of people. I would say I'm known for a few things. One would be the race cars, 2 would be the gaming, 3 would be YouTube. So here I am making a video. I'm sharing my experience. Hopefully it will help others. And maybe let's call it a therapy session for me. Back in my element. Although I am extremely happy and grateful for the birth of my daughters, those emotions aren't really being shown. As I explained before, it's just how I am. I gotta stay focused. But truly, how I feel, I'm mad, angry. I feel that I'm being punished. I've gone through so many events, bad events, from family issues, to my father's health, to Rana's health, and now to my twins. What did these innocent girls do? What did I do? What did I do to deserve all this pain? I was always a good kid. I never caused problems. I studied. Even now as an adult, everything that I've accomplished, I did it on my own. I never asked for help. I don't ask for handouts. I don't ask for money. I'm a good person. I mind my own business. I just want to live happy. That's it. And all this stuff keeps happening. It's just, who's cursed me? And why? I don't understand. I really don't. I don't. I'm tired. I have little patience left. I see when either I'm at home or at the hospital or out. I don't have the power. My legs, my arms, slow motion. It's just crazy. But I don't show this. I don't, like I said before, I stay attentive, I stay focused, I stay strong, and I keep going. I guess all superheroes go through traumatic experiences, and I guess they use that to be who they are, do good things, and I will. That's what I will do. I will live a happy life. So that's truly how I feel. And again, thank you for everyone for supporting. Thank you. So let's relive together. Let's find out what in the world happened. How were they born at 24 weeks? January 19th, 2024. It's a Friday. Like any other Friday. I had finished work and I went to go pick up my wife. I said, let's go to Costco. Let's stock up on paper towels and a few other things. That day and the day before, Rana was experiencing some pains. We did call the hospital. And they said, okay, well, it could be pelvic pains. Since you have twins, they could be push on your bladder. Pain level on a scale of 0 to 10. How painful is it? Rana deals with pain differently than others. She has a high tolerance for pain. So her level 5 is someone's a level 10. So they were never really painful. They weren't constant. We were asked, are they contractions? We don't know what contractions are. It's our first pregnancy. So okay, not to worry. If they get extremely painful and inconstant, come to the hospital. Okay. We had just reached the food section in Costco. I was picking the perfect box of double chocolate muffins when I hear Rana just yell out, "Oh my god, my water broke." So I look over and I see her facial expression just quickly change from the shock to panic, then to fear. I look down and I see her inner thighs completely soaked. That's spreading to the outer thighs and then down her legs. And then, in a matter of a second or two, there's a large puddle on the floor. So I grab her hand, I say, "Don't panic, everything will be okay." We're heading out. First, all I see, cart goes down. And we go to the nearest hospital, to that Costco that we were at. From the emergency, it was a couple of minutes that we were seen right away. From there up to the maternity ward. We had a few doctors and nurses do some scans, some tests. She wasn't really dilated. They did confirm that the water for baby A, which is placed the lowest, did break, but there's still amniotic fluid around. Okay. Heartbeats were both there and well, and a couple moments later they had told us that they're not they're not equipped to deal with our situation, and we needed specialized care and attention that wasn't available at that hospital. So they placed a call, and in Montreal, Canada, I should say, we're very fortunate that we do have plenty of hospitals around. In Montreal, there's hospitals that are specialized in specific fields for premature babies and birthing. There's three major hospitals: Jewish General, Saint Justin, and the Glen / Children's / Shriners. That last hospital is Montreal's first super hospital. It's a combination of 3 hospitals together, and we were accepted there. Many have said they're the best of the best taking care of premature babies and in our situation. So Rana got rushed there in an ambulance. I took literally 5 minutes to change out of my work clothes. I was still in my suit and tie. Picked up my mother-in-law, went straight to the hospital. My mom was already there waiting. We arrived, and there's a large team of nurses and doctors who are running their tests, ultrasounds, scans, just making sure that they're doing what they can to keep Rana calm, keep the twins safe, and really keep them in. Because at that point we were 22 weeks and 6 days. We didn't get much sleep that night, and the days following, there's medication that was being administered, a lot of tests that were being done. She was on bed rest. Plenty of meetings with doctors, basically explaining what their procedures are, basically hour by hour, what they foresee, what they may do in certain cases. So at one point we were, Rana was given 2 steroid injections that was used to help the development and growth of the lungs for the twins. And then they went through probabilities. If this case happens, this and this will happen. If this happens, that and that will happen. So we ran through numerous scenarios, and we had to give basically what we thought was the right call. Do we resuscitate? Do we keep him alive? Do we do this? Do we do that? If this happens, and we signed a lot of documents for Premed Quebec, for the milk bank, for blood transfusions, just giving authorizations. Difficult, very, very difficult conversations that I never thought I would ever have to do. I don't wish this upon anybody. As the days went on, we gained some confidence. There's no real pain anymore. Stable. The babies are chilling. It gets to Friday, January 26, 2024. We had made it a week, which is good. So probability when a water breaks, delivery within a week or 2. We were hoping for longer, but we gained a week. Every day gain was great for us. That Friday, we were visited by a bunch of family members and friends. It was a great day. If you think of a great day, that was a great day. Putting the circumstances aside, I had a cousin that came with 2 of her kids. We colored together. We started building a truck. Then my cousin Tony came, brought Chinese food. We ate dinner. We had a good time. Then my best friend Chris came. For those who actively follow the channel, you guys know who Chris is. He stayed 11:30 at night by the time he left. But all throughout that Friday, Rana was feeling some pains, similar pains to what she felt the week before. Of course, usual questions by the nurses, the checks. She's not really dilated. The pain, level 5, she was saying. Okay, sure. Rana's level 5. When Chris left, we had a nurse that was doing her rounds. She came to see us, and it was about 12 midnight. And I had said, you know what? I think the pain that she's feeling is a lot more intense than what she's saying. You could see tears down her face at this point, where the nurse was ready to, because earlier in the day they gave some pills, medication for the pain. She was just ready to give a little morphine dose. Something was not right. It clicked in her head. She saw my wife's face. She called the resident. The resident came in. This is, let's say, a half an hour later of them, scanning the heartbeat, trying to find the twins, ultrasound, checking the fluid. The resident did her check, and she's like, "You are over 7.5 centimeters dilated. You're in birth." And that's when I was like, "Oh shit, it's happening." And I look at my wife and I see the same facial expression that she had at Costco. From the shock to the panic to the fear. So I quickly message friends and family, "Hey, it's going down." The nurse was ready to push us into a delivery room, and the resident's like, no, we're going straight to OR. We don't have time. And I kid you not, as you see in the movies, we're running down the halls. Luckily, everything is on the same floor, but we were on one end. We had to get to this end. That's where the OR is. And they were key tag out, scanning all those doors that you see authorized personnel not to be opened or used. Yeah, we were going through all those doors. In a matter of seconds, Ran is being pushed into to the operating room. I was told to stay right out front. A nurse came to see me with clothes. She said, "Dad, put this on." Okay. She's like, "Strip down, take everything off." I was in my underwear. I was ready to take off my undies. So hear me in my undies asking that question. She's like, "No, just keep them on. Get these on." So I put the pants, put the shirt, put the shoe covers, put the head cover, and I was waiting right outside the OR. You see doctors and nurses coming in and out, and they kept saying, "Don't worry, we're gonna come get you." I know Rana was asking for me. In no time, I was in, and there's a large team of 10 doctors and nurses who each had their own roles. Very, very impressive. So I sat right at her head, and she was already pushing. They were doing sets of 3. So I kissed her. I said everything's going to be well, and she started to push. On the 11th push, we heard a large, like a splash, and then her 12th push, baby A came out vaginally, born on Saturday, January 27th at 12:58 a.m. Born at 560 grams, later to be named Emma. The doctor quickly handed me scissors. He says, "Frank, you've got 1 second to cut the umbilical cord." I got up. I don't know what umbilical cord looks like. He says, just cut my finger. So I'm cutting out the finger. Like, yeah, it's going to be gummy. You keep cutting. You got a second, or we're pulling the scissors away. I cut through. Scissors get ripped away. Baby gets taken. A team takes her. Disappeared. Gone. Quicker than the flash. As I'm about to sit back down, she's only like 3 steps away. They tried to reposition baby B, but the way she was, they didn't have time to reposition her. They said, "Emergency C-section, Dad, you're out." Someone grabbed me by the hand. I was out. I waited as they did the C-section, and baby B was born C-section on Saturday, January 27th at 1:15 a.m. Weighing in at 545 grams, later to be named Sophia. Once she was born, they brought me into operating room number 1, where I got to witness them keep her alive quickly in an incubator. I don't recall if they were bagging her or if they were immediately putting down the breathing tubes for the ventilator. There was a lot of stuff happening. That team was doing what they could, to keep her alive. I had a nurse that was with me that was explaining every step that they were doing. And in a matter of seconds, we were running down the hall again, and we were going into the Nicu, NICU, which stands for Neonatal Intensive Care Unit. This unit deals with premature babies and babies who need special care at birth. I got into the Nicu, and there was a lot of action happening. At the time, there were no twin rooms, but we did have 2 rooms side by side. So we passed Emma. I followed Sophia in, and I was placed in the corner. They said, you wait here. And I'm just watching. I'm watching this team of doctors and nurses do incredible things to keep these 2 girls alive. It's impressive the way they're working, very efficient, very quick. Later we found out that the entire team was very happy and very proud at how they performed for a vaginal birth and a C-section birth that was never planned for that day, that time. It was something that was just sudden, but everything and everyone it clicked, it worked. And very difficult to see tubes going down the nose, going down the mouth. They're installing the breathing tube for the ventilator, which that tube goes all the way into the lungs, and then a feeding tube. They're getting poked for the IV. They're checking vital signs. There's these little probes that are being attached that monitor the heart rate, the heartbeat, oxygen levels, temperature. It's impressive, very, very impressive. And as usual, I stood there, focused, calm, observant. A few moments later, nurse came to get me. She's okay, Dad, let's do a tour of the Nicu. Shows where the bathroom is, where the lactation room is, the fridge, family room, how to get there. So I was confused. We went through all special access, how to check in, procedures when you come visit, rules, and she brought me back to Rana, which she was in the recovery room. She's tough. She's a trooper. She was ready to see the twins right away. I brought in her mom, her dad to see her, then my mom. And before you know it, we were back in our room. And my wife did not want to rest, even though she's still recovering from a C-section and frozen. I got a wheelchair and I wheeled her all the way to the Nicu. She was determined to see our twins. So I roll her in, we check in, and still a lot of action happening. So I roll her up into Sophia's room, sits back down, roll her into Emma's room. We thanked all the nurses and doctors. Very, very difficult to see your kids fighting to live and survive. It's could be a bit overwhelming. And the doctors and nurses later told us we were shocked to see you guys there. Usually parents will take a couple hours a day to just recover, and then they'll come in to see their kids. But they said, not you guys. And they were all freaking out, very shocked and impressed, I guess, of our stubbornness and determined to make sure our twins are okay. So yeah, that was those events, which pretty intense. We have been through a lot in the past couple of weeks. The twins are, I'm gonna say, very strong. They're fighters. That's for sure. They've been poked more times than I could count. I lost count of how many blood transfusions they've gone through. They fought fungal infections and other infections to the blood. They've had brain bleeds, loss of oxygen, heart rate going down, then going up. We've had medication being administered more times than I could count. I tried to keep track of everything. But at one point, it's like, oh my God, again, oh my God, this is going in. We've had PICC lines installed. We've followed by infectious disease. We're being followed by numerous doctors. We're part of numerous studies. But they continue to fight and survive, which is good. It's definitely very difficult when doctors say, you know, there's going to be some good days, there's going to be some bad days, but keep in mind they're born at exactly 24 weeks, but they're acting, because they're twins, they're acting like 22, 23 weeks. They're very, very small. The tools and the tubes that they're using are the smallest that they have, and even that is just barely able to fit. They've told us that no matter how many good days you have, there will be bad days. The twins are still very sick, very critical, and we're at hour by hour. Difficult to process that. So we try not to get our hopes up. It's like a roller coaster. It's like a yo-yo. It's up and down. But we continue to stay positive. I continue to stay focused. I write everything down. They've got journals that we've started every day. We write, the negatives, the positives, what's happening, what studies they're part of, what tests they've done. They've done so many scans, x-rays, ultrasounds, blood tests that you or I will never go through in our life, and they've gone through this in a matter of a few weeks, which is insane. So with that, I do want to say thank you again to all the friends and families for supporting. We appreciate it. You guys let me know if we make follow-up videos. I know there are a few people who have questions about the Nicu, how it works, what does it look like, what happens on a daily basis. If you want us to make those videos, myself and my wife, let us know. Let us know down below. I'll be more than happy to make those videos, or just make weekly progress videos. That I don't mind. It might be good for me to actually do that. I do want to say again, thank you for all the support. Everyone, have a great rest of your day or night whenever you're watching this video, and I'll see you all on the next one. Sparatroopers, peace.